First time I got drunk. So I don't know if this is actually the first time, but this is the story I'll tell. So my sister just moved out to her apartment. She's throwing a little housewarming party. Invited some people over. I used to be super shy, so like I didn't really talk to nobody. I just talked to my sister. Hi, like where the drinks? Like, And then
big friendly giant.
I'm here to get fucked up.
What's up, I'm Justin? And bro, I don't know what type of drunk you guys get, but like I get like super confident. So like that was not. I came in shy and I started drinking. And I was like, oh my god,
what's up,
I run this bitch. Yeah, like, I'm Justin.
He left the party with like face tats and like shit like that.
Welcome back to another episode of the Levity podcast, where we have casually captivating conversations. I'm your host HB, and we got
Damon,
Helen,
And Phil.
and we have a special guest here tonight. What's your name? Oh, I was supposed to say, what's your name, Justin? Wow, that's crazy.
That would have been crazy.
What's your name, Justin?
my name is Justin.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, welcome.
Yay!
that was a worthy introduction.
Okay, so I just want to go straight into it because I was kind of curious. I was looking through your Instagram feed.
Yes, sir.
And I noticed that you were saying you tried a lot of different things, and it seemed like you were trying to figure out life and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So what are these different things that you tried that made you not feel like yourself?
Okay, when you say not feel like myself,
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
You said on your Instagram feed, like, I just don't feel like this is me.
On my like post or like a story?
On your post.
It must have been on like your highlights where you did like those deep late night talks on your highlights
Oh
type
man,
shit.
that's a while ago.
Yeah.
now you found yourself.
Okay, so
It's been so long.
I feel like that's referring to like me doing actions that I guess don't align with my identity.
Yeah?
So like that could be, for example, a part of my identity is working out, or I'm a healthy guy.
Okay.
So when I do actions like binge drink, eat junk food, skip gym days, that makes me feel like I'm not myself.
Oh, I
And
see.
I'm doing these actions because it's like they come naturally to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have these impulses, but I feel like truly that's not the actions that align with my identity.
Interesting.
Because he identifies as like a strong, healthy person. Like not, and then like whenever you partake in these, like, you know, like drinking or whatever, whatnot, like it goes against that, yeah?
Yeah, it's like I think the best analogy is like, think of like a tea table. I don't know if that's the right word, but like every action that aligns with my identity is one on this side.
Okay.
Everything that doesn't is on this side. When this side is winning, I'm like, all right, something's off. I'm not really feeling like myself. I need to change something.
Like a pros
okay.
and cons list.
I want to say pros and cons, more of just like a good job or a bad job.
Yeah. Okay.
Thing.
It's like one like good Justin, one like bad
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah, it's like too many bad Justins today. It's like,
So
fuck.
who's winning right now, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, definitely the good Justin.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm feeling pretty good these days.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we have bad days all the time, but
For sure.
yeah, these days I feel like myself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah?
Answer your question?
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, what made you feel like and recognize, like, man, this just sucks. Like, I'm not me these days.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hate what I'm doing right now.
I think it kind of goes back to the same thing.
Yeah?
Like,
Just kind of felt like
I'm
shit.
pretty young, I would say. So like I'm in that stage of like just trying to figure everything out.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh,
You didn't know? Huh? You didn't know?
dude, I was testing him.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty young, and I like recently moved out. Like paying bills and stuff is kind of new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking for yourself, pretty new. So it's been a little bit stressful, but like I feel like these are the like situations where you kind of like grow the most.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh, for
put
sure.
yourself in those uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be hard in the moment, but thinking back, you're like, damn, like thank God I did that. Look how much I like leveled up, how much I grew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's,
No, but like, do you mind telling us a little bit more about yourself? Because like from what we've seen, like we know that you're like a podcaster for one.
Yeah.
I heard that you were like a locksmith too at some point, or are you still doing that?
I had my locksmith. Yeah, that's one of the skills or one of the phases I
Yeah,
went
yeah.
through.
Look, can you tell us like if we're missing any of the other phases or whatever, whatnot?
Yeah, so yeah, I guess I'll start with like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, I try a lot of different things. I would say I'm in my explorative stage in my life. I've tried to do like a little bit of real estate, A little bit of modeling. I'm still like going down that journey as well. Podcast, I did the locksmith, worked at the restaurant.
Shout out to the No Right Answers podcast.
Yes, sir. Check it out. Follow my page. But sorry, what was the question?
Oh no,
Who I am?
Yeah, we just wanted to dive a little bit more into you because like although we see that you are a podcaster and you're currently like a locksmith or whatnot, right? Like, is there anything that we're missing, or like do you want to let the people know who don't know? Because I feel like as a podcaster, you always like listen to other people's stories, but you don't get a chance to talk about your own. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. This is definitely new for me.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah, you always opening doors for other people. So I'm trying to open, you know what I'm saying?
No Right Answers.
Is this your first time as a guest on another person's podcast?
Like not gonna lie, I was like, all right, like I've done like podcasts before,
Yeah.
but like now that I'm a guest,
It's different.
Yeah,
Huh?
how's it feel to be on the other
Different,
side of the mic?
it's
Huh?
a little different. I feel like all the pressure's on me, but I've, like I said, this is another challenge to kind of like grow from.
Yeah.
Being a little more comfortable talking, but yeah, you guys hit the most like the general like job titles, but I wouldn't really say that's like the core foundation of who I am. The big, I want to say 3 is like exercising, taking care of my body. I don't want to say I'm a gym rat, but I'm like really obsessed with like eating clean, like stretching, taking care of the body.
For sure.
Gotta get them
it's
toe
like
touches.
it's an act of self-love, respecting yourself. And my biggest fear is like being like 40, 50, or like even some people in their 30s, they can't run, they can't jump, like their back hurts every morning. That's what's keeping me from like.
I think you just described my morning.
Every morning I'm just taming you too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's one reason, and like my mom always like kind of push that narrative, like you
Health
shouldn't
as
drink
well.
soda.
Yeah.
Like trying to be healthy. So that's number 1. Number 2 is making money.
Okay.
I've had different like little journeys, real estate, all these other things, but ultimately everything boils down to just general economics and business.
Yeah.
And some part of me regrets not going to school for business. Not really for the classes. I do believe everything's just available online, but for the people that you can meet, because in that classroom, every motherfucker in there is interested in business. So who's the best people to talk to? Those people, right? But when you work outside at a restaurant, you're talking to people like no, like I'm not throwing shots, but like most of the time they're not really business minded. They're not really like very ambitious, big dreams.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I just want to flip meat.
flip meat.
Yeah, as a server.
Oh,
Yeah, serving, different mindsets,
He was
bro.
like, "Hey, yo."
I was just cutting fish for 5 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck business, man.
I mean, okay. How do you guys feel about that right now? Like, have you guys kind of like, are you guys just like going down the career path? Nothing wrong with that, or are you guys like, yo, like maybe we could start making money off this podcast, and or other ideas you guys had amongst each other?
So this is how you know he did his own podcast, because he's asking questions.
Oh no.
No, that's
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I
it's a good-
appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Okay.
that. The first thing I thought was like, okay, like I like this.
That was a good question.
Yo, he's on it. Yeah.
Man, in terms of the podcast itself, yeah, of course we want to make money, you know that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure you felt, you kind of felt it too. It's really hard to make money doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of free work that no one wants to do. And a lot of like distribution of like, oh my God, I have to do this today. And you don't really want to do it. You gotta find people, try to get clout as much as possible when it's not easy. Yeah.
It's a mini startup with no VC.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you guys genuinely enjoy this. I feel like it's a good time.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. I get to hang out with my good friends.
Yo, are you familiar with the Social Proof podcast?
Never heard of them.
So they're based in Atlanta. The host, his name is David Shands. His whole thing is like he talks to like entrepreneurs, so that caught my interest initially. But there's a video, maybe I'll find it and send it to you guys. It's like all the sauce on like how to break one episode into like multiple streams of income. Whether it's like
Interesting.
kind of you're doing clips or
You telling me we can make money?
dude, it's like it kind of blew my mind too. Like there's like what's the word for it? Like say you got a link to something like your camera equipment, somehow you could get like a cut of that. People
Brand ambassadors type stuff.
I want to say ambassador, but simply like just setting
Oh, like
up a
the
store.
affiliate links or whatever, right?
Something
Is that
kinda like
what
that.
it is?
Yeah, something kind of like that. And then it's been a minute, but if I find that video, I'll send it to you because I think it'll turn some cogs.
Yeah. Have you ever reached out to him?
Guys. Him personally, no. Like I know, like I'm a believer of like shooting your shot. Like what's wrong with like asking, but I just know I'm not in that ballpark yet. Like he's talking to like millionaires every day, so
Oh,
like
I see.
who am I to, in a way?
You're the GOAT.
Not yet, not yet.
Hey, that's what it said. That's what it said.
But can you tell us a little bit more about your like podcasting journey? Like, what was your mindset like going into it?
Ooh,
Like,
okay.
what was
yeah.
like the reason behind your like your name and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
So the name of my podcast is No Right Answers.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I had that idea like maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but
Yeah.
I never acted on it.
Huh.
And then I think last December, my friend was like, "Yo, like I thought you were gonna start a podcast. Like, what happened to that?" I was like,
And he called you out.
"Yeah." And honestly, I respect that because I feel like good, true friends, they will call you out on your bullshit when you're lacking. Because if they're like, "Oh no, it's okay," bro, like they're not really pushing you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called me out, and I was like, "You know what, bro? You're fucking right. I've always been saying I'm gonna do this. I've even like made a plan. I'm gonna start like today or tomorrow." And just like started brainstorming. He was actually my first like kind of partner. We recorded a couple episodes. It was about like kind of like growth mindset, that type of stuff.
Okay.
But eventually, he had a kid, and he's like, "Yo, I don't have the time." I was like, "Fuck, like, there's
Fucking
no
kid.
way I can talk to that kid for like an hour." Like, I was like, I gotta find somebody else. So
Were you angry at the kid?
no, I got much love for.
He just grew a
Levi.
kid out of nowhere. Like he just popped out. Like
I mean, like his wife was pregnant,
He's like, that's my friend.
and like yeah, it was like his third kid, which is like
Back to back.
yo, bro, like yeah, I understand.
really
bro,
got no
like,
time.
But that's also an investment. You're growing a whole team for the podcast.
yeah.
Ooh, I didn't think about it.
Because you gotta
like
wait
that.
like 15 years for them to grow up.
No, but like the kids are cooler, but like the kids don't know him as long as I have. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't got that type of rapport. You know what I'm saying? they better watch out. Like you know what I'm saying?
You gonna fight me, bro?
So after he had a kid, you were just like screw it, I'm just gonna do it by myself.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I was thrown into water again.
Yeah.
Like, and I was
Man,
like,
that's tough.
but
Yeah,
I
fuck
love
kids.
those. Like, I love the pressure. And then, coincidentally, I meet someone at Lifetime. That's the gym I go to, or go to, and we started talking. I was like, "Yo, like, I got a podcast. You wanna come and like just talk about like your mindset?" And he's like, "Oh hell yeah! Like you have me on." He's the first episode. His name is Bila. That was very interesting. Like, it was my first time like prepping questions, doing research on my guests, like interview or whatever, which was a learning experience. I'm pretty sure you guys experience the same. Every podcast you just get a little bit better.
For sure.
You learn a little bit more about
Yeah,
not just
definitely.
yourself, your friends. So it was fun. I was hooked. I was like, yo, like we had an awesome talk. It's recorded. I could go back, watch it again. Who's next like on my podcast? So I just started going down people that I'm interested in. And let me go back to the name, No Right Answers. That comes from me genuinely trying to be like an understanding person in life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like a lot of people, they have very strong opinions, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I would want everyone to have strong opinions instead of being wishy-washy.
Yeah.
But the problem comes when you're closed-minded and you're unable to see from the other's perspective. So, for example, I might think running and doing jumping jacks is the best workout there is. For you, it might be weightlifting. That is right for you, and what is right for me is like the jumping jacks is right for me. Doesn't take anything away from you. So when we have this conversation about exercising, I could bring my thoughts, you could bring yours. I'll be like, okay, so lifting weights helps you build muscle a little bit faster. Okay, I can see that. And hopefully you're like, oh, like jumping jacks, your heart rate is up, like you're getting fit.
Yeah.
So we're both right in a case, so that's where the no right answer comes from, having these conversations.
Okay.
Being like, you're right, I'm right,
Yeah.
Let me dive a little bit deeper on why you think you're right. So that's where no right answer comes from.
Oh, okay. So it just opens up room for like more like conversation as opposed to
Yeah.
like trying to figure out who's right or wrong or whatever whatnot. Yeah.
Sounds like he had a blast on his first episode. Remember our first episode?
What happened in the first episode?
It's just like we were so like it was my first time doing a podcast, but not
Okay.
theirs. But we were like it was our first time like researching, doing all this and this.
I
and
seen the episode.
Yeah, and damn it,
It was so bad he
it
remembered
felt like super robotic. just because like we did so much research on it, and we were like trying to plan it. Like we had no like leeway for like freedom or anything. We just really wanted the first episode to be like perfect. But I mean, later we realized it's all trial and error.
Yeah.
We definitely got a lot better since the
Without a
first
doubt.
episode.
Shit, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, fun journey.
Like, I don't know what this means to you guys, but like that first episode was just like so funny. I was like, oh my God, I have to be on this podcast. I have to talk to these guys. And be there.
It's like these guys look awkward as fuck. I love it.
Nah, y'all's chemistry is really good. Like you guys like piggyback off each other. Like you guys are joking. It's a good time.
Yeah, I piggybacked off their podcast, and that's why I'm here.
Wait, is that how you first heard about us? Like how?
Yeah, how'd
I
you
was
hear about
curious
us?
how like y'all. I guess like did you know him before or like
Honestly,
how did this happen?
he DM'd us.
Oh.
And then on the Levity podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, Phil, you know him? He's like, no. I was like, I don't know him either. I looked into him and I was like, oh, he does his own podcast. And one of our things is like kind of bring light into Georgia Asian community.
Bring the community.
And we were like, oh wow, like if we have more people that have the same mindset, maybe we can kind of grow our community in a more unique way, like, you know, like LA, New York, all the bigger places. And then so I was like, it'd be really awesome if we have him on our podcast. And I think I met you at like a post game or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time I met you, and I met you as well.
They were
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, Justin, he has a podcast. And I was like, oh, no idea.
He was about to DM the other podcast that talks about business, and he was like, "Wait, no, I'm going down to Levity."
And then, I pretty much went to him and I was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm HP. And he's like, oh, what's up, man? Like, you guys do the Levity podcast. And I was like, oh, yeah, dude. Like,
Yes, sir.
Would you like to be would you like to be part of the Levity podcast, please?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I hit you guys with the DM. And I was like,
Okay, thank you, sir.
I was like, man, whose job is this? Yeah, that's kind of how it happened. And we kicked it off and we were just like talking about it. I'm just chilling. He kept telling me to drink, and I was like, maybe next time.
Never
I was
happened
like,
again.
I'm not very good at that, but I'll try my best.
Damn, so you never drink when you go out?
So I do occasionally here and there, but it's just more so like
Like essence, like he gets a waft. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
then he's done.
yeah.
Like I remember when I first started drinking with HP, and like I can't drink alcohol.
Dude, that
like
shit
I
was
will
funny.
die. But then he'd be like, no, I really can't drink. And then I found out.
Let me
like,
play it off.
So
It's
you can
like-
out drink him.
I don't even know at this point. So this is me and Helen not knowing each other, right?
Oh.
And so I think we all want to like act like we do stuff even though we don't, right?
We don't.
So, anyways, I was like, Helen, yeah, like you drink. She's like, yeah. I was like, I drink too. Then we started drinking, right?
The two non-drinkers.
The two non-drinkers.
Actually, we're like a whole team of like non-alcoholics over here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes depending on your mood, you can be a little bit.
Hey, I've seen you drink half a bottle of Hennessy by yourself.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, but it flies right back out
It's like
though.
a
Like,
one-time thing.
yeah, it doesn't stay down too well. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
but
know?
at least you can still do it though. Like me,
Yeah.
if I drink that much,
passes out.
I literally pass out. And then Hyunbin, if he drinks that much, you can see him like gasping for air in the corner of the room. Like he literally can't. Like,
the
breathe.
perfect middle I see Hyunbin when he drinks. He's like smiling. He goes, "Man, I'm drunk."
And then 2 seconds later, man, I can't breathe. And then right after that, man, Phil, help me, help me,
Please help me.
Yeah.
So that's me. Yeah. And that being said, it seemed like you partied a lot, when you were younger.
That's how I come off.
No, that's what you kind of like. Oh man, like those were the days. What you say earlier?
Oh nah, like it just reminded me of like all like the stupid shit we would do just to like get like one bottle of soju.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
when you're like underage.
But you
and
like
stuff.
you've never
Yeah.
been like desperate to drink like when you were younger, like
You know, I had like an alk plug.
Like $20, bro, just lick
Yeah.
these, like-
I hope you're talking Taman because I never liked drinking.
Yo, you've never had like, you have an alk plug?
Me?
You can get out.
I can always get out. That was the issue. And everyone tried to force me to drink. That's what pissed me off more.
He was trying to stay away from it. It kept coming to him.
Yo, I met Jonah my freshman year, and he was like, Hyunbin, like, I got you, man. Like,
Jonah, yeah?
yeah. He's like, I'm your young man. I take care of you. We have fun together. I was like, young, I don't like
I mean,
drink.
Paul
Please.
Yoon was the first time that like gave me my shit.
Oh my God, that's dangerous. Nah, dude, my first time drinking, this is why I got traumatized from drinking. And this is how I kind of figured out I didn't like drinking. My friends, they came and we started playing like a video game called Super Smash. Each time you died, you took a shot, right? And so I thought it was this feeling of hurting in my head and everywhere was normal because they kept saying, "No, you just gotta keep drinking. It makes you feel better."
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm gonna say I'm 21.
Okay.
Are you asking him his age now?
No, like when you're. When
Oh,
this is going
okay.
down, he's 21.
I'm gonna say I'm
For
21
legal purposes.
for legal purposes. But yes, pretty much. I kept drinking, and at one point, I blacked out, and I kept teleporting.
While playing. Oh wow.
Yeah, like so. First thing I felt was like, guys, I need to sleep, and I slept
that.
at the top bunk, and I
Did you not get
woke
the
up.
spins when you lay
No,
down?
you spin like you
No.
literally don't feel like you feel like you're gonna die, and then like I went from the top bunk to the public bathroom in our dorm, and I woke up in the bathroom.
Like just on the floor.
Yeah, and then someone from my high school was like, "Yo, like you look fucked up, bro. Here's some water." I was
sound like a high
I was
schooler.
like, "Thanks, bro." And then after that, I wake up in the bottom bunk.
Okay.
of
So you
my-
teleported again.
Yeah, I slept in Tony's bunk,
Okay.
and then and then everyone else was just passed out. Sucks.
Can we go around and do you guys remember the first time that you guys got drunk ever?
Yes.
Can we go
My
around and like
God.
just share that story?
Can we start with you?
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
look like you really want to talk about it.
No, I
dude.
mean mine's not that interesting. Like it was me and my dad. We went out to go get like a Korean barbecue, and I was probably 15, 16. He's like, "Okay, you're like
Damn.
ready to drink." So like we're drinking and stuff like that. I probably had like 5 soju shots. Right? I come home. And like my grandmother's waiting for us, right? She doesn't like leaving the house because she's like older. And I see her eating dinner. I just start like bursting in tears. What the fuck? Like, crying my ass off in the living room.
Are you emotional drunk?
I was. And my dad still like fucking chews my ass about it. But
He's like pussy ass little boy.
and every time I bring a friend over, or I bring like a potential girlfriend over.
He's like wham wham wham, big little baby.
Literally. But he was like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like, "Grandma's eating dinner by herself." And I just started like bawling my eyes out. But I deserved to get my ass chewed out for that. I was fucking 15. I was taking off my pants in the middle. I'm just like crying.
some things don't
myself.
change.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you taking off your pants?
Because I got home, so I was drunk. I was trying to take off my pants and like kick it off.
He likes being naked when he's drunk.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do
he's a
I?
big naked guy.
Keep that in mind.
Oh wait, I do.
You do.
I do. I do.
He just starts undressing and shit. Like after that third, fourth shot, like just shit starts
There's 2
flying
pants
off.
holes, but I tend to only go to one.
Yeah.
I just remembered what you said.
No, because remember you got drunk a couple weeks ago or like a month ago at HB's
My
house,
house?
and then you like woke up the next day, and in the group chat you were like, "Guys, why did I wake up naked?" I was like, "Why
Yeah,
are
I
you?"
woke up butt ass naked next to Will, and I was so confused.
And then he cried again.
I did cry again.
He doesn't remember, but he was like standing. And I remember I was like looking at him just to check up on him. And he goes, he looks at me, smiles. And it's our friend's room, right? My roommate's room. He goes,
He just spits on the floor.
But to be fair, this is like the most drunk I've ever gotten in front of the ever.
and then he falls. I was like,
And then he's like, yo, Phil, come here. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
no,
Like,
and he goes, what the fuck is going on? He starts recording it.
is he okay?
Yo, you okay, bro?
And then I was asking him about like some like social media questions, and he was like, "Yeah, let me send you a video of me like teaching you how to do this." And the example video he used was that video he took of me butt ass naked in a fucking bed.
Yeah.
Right, what about you guys? What about you?
Yeah, what about you, dog?
First time I got drunk?
Yeah.
Ooh, let me.
So one time he was on this podcast called the Levity podcast, and he cracked open 16 Modelo's.
So many Modelo's.
He's actually
Because
19.
you're not allergic to alcohol like most Asians. So like, did you even? It was probably like an enjoyable experience for you, no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I drink, it's always a good time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Nice. Fuck.
So you guys all get the Asian flush? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I changed
Yeah.
colors.
I don't.
I don't know
LA.
about that.
I think I'm too dark for that.
You're too what?
I don't really get red.
I become
you're
his
not
t-shirt.
allergic.
Oh, wow.
Only in my eyes,
You
though.
never try like the.
I have. So
It
funny
works?
story. No, it works too well.
Oh.
The patch? He's talking about alcohol patch.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first time you
Yeah.
ever tried it or whatever, we were like at this bar and I ran into Hyunmin and I was like, Hyunmin, you're drinking? He was like, Helen, I feel invincible. I was like, shit. And then I started putting it on too.
Does that help with tolerance?
Yes.
No, dude, that's
No, it was
it
insane.
breaks down the enzymes or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know the science behind it, but
No, because when you're allergic
Blush.
to alcohol, it's because you don't. I think your body, there's like a natural chemical or like an enzyme or something in your body that can break down alcohol. But for people that are allergic, we lack that enzyme. So that's why we're like allergic. But that patch,
Gives you the enzyme.
yeah, it
I've-
gives you the enzyme or like allows you to break it down or something. It's
Science
like,
with help.
never.
It's a patch to help Asian people get rid of their glow and their allergy, right?
yeah, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you don't get
pretty much.
headaches. Yeah.
Called,
Oh wow.
I'm gonna make that
It's
short.
just for anyone who's sort try the patch.
Wait, what?
No, I'm so sorry. It makes you invincible.
Yeah,
it makes
no,
you like
So
you.
you didn't feel drunk.
So I was downing tequila. I never do that.
Okay.
Normally I'm one tequila and I'm like, yeah. And then
You ever seen Thanos with like the 5 rings, the gauntlet type shit?
that was me.
Yeah, he was like trying to snap around and like fucking, you know.
Blanco.
Like every time we snap, like another shot would appear, and he would just down that shit.
And then he bought it. He found it somewhere, and then he attached it to himself. He was like, "I am Iron Man," and then he starts drinking everything. And
Yeah.
I was like, "No way, this works!" And I tried it too, and I was like, "We're about to become the Avengers with shit." And then Black Widow comes over here. And she starts downing
"Give me a
alcohol. She's like, "Phil, give me a patch."
And the Hulk over here never needed it in the first place. And he just likes taking his pants off, and he's just always shirtless. Yeah.
Now I'm super curious. I want to try it.
Dude,
Dude, you
don't
gotta
even,
try
no,
it.
but it
It's
doesn't
actually
like it
pretty
doesn't
nice.
really work for
Yeah.
people who don't. You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
need it.
Cause you already have the superpower. We're trying to get like you.
Going back to your story though,
First time I got drunk. So I don't know if this is actually the first time, but this is the story I'll tell. So my sister just moved out to her apartment. She's throwing a little housewarming party, invited some people over. And this is like when I'm like
young Justin.
young Justin.
For sure.
And I invited one of my friends over. I think it's his first time drinking as well. And he's the friend that can't drink as well. He always gets red after like one shot. But we go. It's like I used to be super shy, so like I didn't really talk to nobody. I just talked to my sister. Hi, like where the drinks? Like, you know? And then
Big friendly
I'm
giant.
here to get fucked up.
we
What's
started
up,
taking
Justin?
shots. And bro, I don't know what type of drunk you guys get, but like I get like super confident. So like that was not. I came in shy and I started drinking. And I was like, oh my god,
What's up,
I run this
bitches?
bitch. Yeah, like,
I'm Justin.
He left the party with like face tats and like shit like that.
but yeah, we just started drinking and then. Ooh, are you guys familiar with like I don't know if this is
Soju? Oh, I mean,
we all know soju. Have you guys ever heard of the term Holy Trinity?
No.
yeah.
Wait,
So- what do you mean
weed,
by that?
alcohol, and coke. I mean, that's the Trinity I know.
So my Holy Trinity.
I thought I was right. I thought I was right. I was so confident. I literally thought that was right.
He's about to be here like
Wait,
Jesus,
wait.
Holy Spirit,
What's
God,
your Holy Trinity?
That's what I hear people call it.
bro. Holy Trinity, bro.
All right, you know that you're like half right. So it's like the weed, the alk, and just getting like a stupid buzz. That's what the Holy
So
Trinity.
where's the third? What's the third?
like buzz as in like
Nicotine.
Nicotine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you get crossed and then like you just like, and then like
Puffing on it
literally.
all night.
He's like weak.
Yeah, it's pussy moves.
Yeah, I'm just embarrassed that I said it with so much confidence.
if it ain't coke, I don't want it.
But anyways, your Holy Trinity.
Yeah, so that was the first time I ever like did any of that. Wow, man, I remember like sitting on my sister's bed and just like falling back.
So you popped like 3 cherries in one night. That shit was crazy, huh?
What do you mean?
Like with the alcohol and like the weed. And
no, it was
everything?
like I've done or not drinking. I just smoked before. I smoked before drinking.
Oh.
Oh, it was just the
then-
first time you included alcohol into the
Yeah,
mix. And then
like,
you
You
I'm
were
just
not-
start,
yeah.
crisscrossing and shit. Just crisscross
Kinda
applesauce.
fun, like feel good.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that's my first time drinking.
See, that's a good first drinking experience.
That's
I
fire.
cried. He became God.
Wait, did you go?
No, I said it first.
Or you
Remember?
oh, okay.
That was my first drinking experience, and all I do is pass out.
Yeah.
He blacked.
So,
Mine is similar to Hyunmin's though. What's that, do you know what that chocolate?
You got blacked?
No.
Oh.
I've never blacked out, but because I always pass out before I can black out. But
Isn't that
Hell yeah.
blacking
It's not
out?
blacking out.
Yeah,
no,
I mean, but she
blacking out is
remembers
like
everything,
if you like stay up and
Yeah, like
stuff and your like
sleepy.
memory just disappears. But I get tired.
That's
and
just
I
like
fall asleep
melatonin
in
for-
bathtubs.
Thank you for the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. No, but what's that chocolate alcohol that you're not even supposed to drink alone? You're supposed to mix it with other drinks. It's like an Irish.
Kahlua?
No.
Bailey's.
Bailey's.
I had a shot of Bailey's because I was like, this is chocolate and it smells super good. You know, it's not even meant to be like, I don't even think the alcohol percentage is actual alcohol. Is it? Yeah, I took a shot and then I don't remember. I think I fell asleep. Yeah. That's about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
it?
like humming. Yeah, that's it. But I got
One
drunk.
shot.
Off
You
of
like
one
chocolate?
shot that's all I remember. And I woke up
Oh
in
my god,
friend's
this
bed.
is so fun.
I didn't even know it was possible to get drunk off of the little mixer things.
Dude, you're a party monster,
Dude,
dude.
yeah, it's crazy.
No, but
what about
she
you?
does wake up time to time when she's like passed out.
I
so
do.
yeah, because last time like me and Phil tried to pick you up and I accidentally bumped your head onto the wall.
Yeah.
This is how I knew Phil and HB were gonna be great friends because one time I got effed up at a house party I threw and I died in the
At her
upstairs
own house.
At her
bathroom.
own.
Like
No, it
my
was the
hands,
downstairs.
my hands were straight up in the toilet and shit. And I was like, I remember I was like
She was like fishing
I was like-
for like.
Yeah.
telling my
Yeah.
girlfriend, I was like, bring Hellman and Phil up here.
Gotta get my
And
makeup
then-
off.
And then they came upstairs. I think I got so embarrassed that you were seeing me in that state that as soon as I called you up, I was like, and then you came, I was like,
She was like,
I
go
was
away.
like, go away.
But I was like, Helen, you forgot your snorkel.
And then Hellman, did you pick me up and then you dropped me on my head?
So I tried to pick you up. I don't remember completely what happened. So I tried to
Like lift me out of the
lift
toilet.
you out the toilet bowl, and then I dropped you, and your head hit the floor, and you're like, ow. And I was like, hey Phil, can you stop laughing and help me? You see Phil in the corner like,
Same shit. This motherfucker's a villain.
he's a villain. It's David Dobrik, bro.
No, dude, I'm just trying to capture these moments so we can laugh about it later. You know what I'm saying?
Great
And
friends.
so I was like, okay.
I'm his Dom and he's David Dobrik.
No, I
I
was
woke
like-
up in bed the next day, so thanks, guys.
No, she wakes up the next day. She's like, "Why does my head hurt so much?" I was like, "I don't know, Helen. I have no fucking."
Why are my
clue."
hands wet? I don't know. But yeah.
How would you feel?
So when I was 13, I had
Oh,
my
shit.
first love. Yeah. No. I don't know actually. I forget. But I think I was on like a trip somewhere with my dad, and like we were about to go in the speedboat, right? So right before the speedboat, there's like next to the pier, there's like a bunch of like food stands and stuff going on, right? So then we were hitting like all the food stands or whatever. One of the food stands was alcoholic ice cream.
That
And I
sounds
was like,
let's play that. So it's like, my son,
Huh? We're scenario?
my son, you want some ice cream?
Dada, I like vanilla. You like giving me vanilla?
I get you ice cream for free. You know, 18, I got you.
Yeah. I like vanilla. Give me vanilla, daddy.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, so it's basically like
You guys
that.
got Bailey's flavored ice cream.
so fuck that shit
So yeah,
up.
no. Like that wasn't what did me in, right? But so I had the scoops of vanilla, I like wine ice cream or whatever the fuck, whatnot. I was getting lit, like it was cool. And then my dad came back out of nowhere, like, cause I was sitting there, right, on the park bench or whatever, like waiting for the speedboat. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go grab some drinks real quick. I'll be right back." He hands me this like can of like, what was it, like a mango seltzer or some shit. He was like, "Here, have some mango juice." Not,
You were like,
not knowing it was alcoholic. I crushed the can, and then on the speedboat, I was like, and then the boat's like flying and rocking and shit like that, right? So I was like. So yeah,
You sound pretty young in this story.
it was quite the experience. It was like, why is my son so red? I was like, you guys haven't even been
My
in the
son?
sun that long.
That's when you learned you're allergic.
But yeah, it was quite a time, dude.
That's pretty lit.
Yeah, sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about your you doing locksmithing. Do you still do that?
Yeah, can we talk about that?
Oh yeah.
Because they make good money.
That's such a
Yeah,
unique.
how'd you even get into that?
Yeah,
you
it's
just
such a
wanted to
unique
open
job.
doors for other people, or like what?
No, it's definitely not a passion thing. So I met my locksmith boss, and I don't do this no more. But I met him at the restaurant. He came in like kind of drunk, and I was taking care of him and his friends. Like, I love his personality. He's so outgoing, such a kind-hearted man. But he just started talking to me and was like, "Yo, like, bro, like, how much money you make here?" And like, some people, I guess they take this a little bit differently, but I told him, he's like, "Bro, like, you can make that in like a couple days if you come work with me." I was like, "Oh, really? What do you do?" And then broke it down for me, gave me his number. He's like, "Reach out to me if you're interested." Just thought about the money part. I was like, "Yo, like, can really like step things up if I start working with this guy. And so I hit him up, started working as a locksmith, and man, that job is kind of like, you gotta be like, I don't know, I don't want to say like heartless, but like,
To open doors?
Wait.
so I'll break it down for you guys.
Okay,
So
okay.
I wake up, I'm in this WhatsApp chat, and they send me jobs. I go, I call them, and I help them out. But the price is set by you. So
You set the price?
I set the price.
Oh.
So you go, kind of look at the
Wow.
situation. Okay, this guy looked like, maybe he drives a nice car. All right, it's gonna be like $200 to open your car. So it kind of built like some.
So you see how
negotiation.
desperate they are.
Or depends on the whip they drive.
Slick. and
He gotta be rich.
yeah, and you're not wrong, bro. Like sometimes, like you go to someone, like they got nothing. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, it's like $50. Like, yo, like I don't have that.
Yeah.
And that part kind of drove me away, cause like my boss would be like, yo, you just got dip. Like we're not working for free.
Oh
I
wow.
was like,
Man, that's true.
and I don't know. Sometimes it was a little uncomfortable, like getting like every last penny from somebody
Yeah.
when they're locked out of their house, locked out of their car, like when they're vulnerable.
Mm.
So that kind of like pushed me away from it. Even though money was good, but it was also like 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week,
Damn.
on call. Like I had no time to do nothing else. Like
Yeah.
one off day was Sunday, record the podcast, straight back into the grind.
Oh, that's intense.
Wow, that's
yeah,
wild.
so I did that a couple months, and I was like, bro, I can't do this. No
Did you
more.
ever like close doors for people instead of like opening that shit? Like everyone.
Yeah. So like some people, like they would hire me to install like all the locks. I would change all the locks so that one key would open every door.
Oh.
I think the biggest job was like $750, like
Oh, wow.
$900.
What's up with locksmiths that take forever for them to get to a car?
It's because they're all on call, fucking driving, like literally all across Atlanta. Not like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the South. Like, man, I'm blanking right now, but like Jonesboro area,
Uh-huh.
down there, like you're going there all the way up to like fucking Marietta, depending if it's busy.
Yeah. Just wherever the job's at.
Exactly.
That's tough, man. Driving around and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, that shit fucked up my posture. Like being in a car like, all day,
Oh, like
yeah,
hunching
no
over.
good.
Oh, did you mostly do like cars?
I would say cars like the quickest. You're in. Like I could open any of y'all's car in like in 1 minute. So
You can do what?
I can break into like anyone's house, anyone's
Alright, alright,
car,
so-
like.
Oh,
like
shit.
that.
We're gonna create a scenario.
All right.
All right, you're the professional locksmith.
Okay.
Philip's car is locked.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of Philip,
Yeah,
old Vietnamese guy is locked car.
Old Viet guy. He can speak English.
Yeah, he got a Mercedes Benz.
Oh.
Yeah.
He got a nice
Okay,
car.
Nice.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you do when you first see him?
Hey, sir. You need help getting back into your car?
Yeah, my fucking door locked, man.
All right. No worries.
I
got
don't
you. I'll take care
understand,
of
man.
you. I'll
I
take
don't
care of
understand.
you.
I bought a new car and like the key don't work. They give me the fob not working.
It's okay. Here. Where are your keys? Inside?
No, I think it's inside. Look. It's right there.
Oh, okay. It's no problem. Here, let me grab my tools real quick. Let me just see your ID and can you write down the
No,
address
my
for
idea
me?
inside, man. What do you mean? I dropped everything inside. You guys
see
help
a
me.
Korean guy walking down. Whoa, what are you guys doing?
쉽게 뭐하노? That's
Crazy.
What you guys doing over here? My guy trying to help me.
야,
Okay, get the fuck
내가
away, man.
내가 먼저. 아, 씨발.
What's going on?
No, have y'all ever gotten locked out of your car before though and had to call a locksmith? You know, I've done that like 3 or 4 times in college, and like every time I didn't know
much
locksmiths
did you
set their
pay?
own price. Honestly, sometimes I've spent over 100. I didn't realize locksmiths set their
Yeah.
own price, which means I was getting finessed, which I didn't
Yeah.
know until now.
Really?
I mean,
It's-
that's our company. I don't know if that's every other company.
No, it's crazy though because it's like you forget in like a split second that you left your keys in the car or something. You lock yourself out, and then a locksmith will come and like unlock that shit in like 2 seconds, and then you have to pay $100.
Yeah,
It's
she knows,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did that once.
How fast they can do that?
So
It's,
after
feels
that,
so stupid.
I bought a like kit from Amazon
Oh,
because I
like
had
the
like an older
unlocking
car,
shit? Yeah.
so like all I needed was like that bubble thing to like pump it up, and then like a hanger looking thing to like put up the lock. But
See, you're smart.
yeah, but after that,
that?
Timmy
Like
just started
30
breaking into
bucks?
his own car for
I
fun.
don't know. I just bought it off Amazon. It was like in high school because I had to pay $150 to open my car back then, and I was like, "Oh, I could just buy this
expensive.
like $50, $60 kit and just leave it in." Well, I was gonna say leave it in my car.
He's like, fuck. And then the keys in there too. Fuck.
What the fuck, man? My BMW.
Wait, so you said that you got this job through like you were serving this customer, and that's how you met your boss? Because you know how earlier you were talking about like, I think you mentioned something about the restaurant industry and stuff. It's
Yeah.
not a good environment because a lot of the workers there, it's not necessarily like ambitious people. I know that because I was in the restaurant business for like industry for a long time as a server, And like Hyunbin knows, like I'm pretty sure everyone here was like a server before, but coworkers and stuff, I know it can be toxic, but I feel like a good part of the restaurant business is sometimes it's like the customers you serve.
Not wrong.
Yeah, because then aren't you, like, even if you didn't do it for a long time, aren't you glad you learned that skill set or something
yeah.
when you met him?
Now you can break into any car, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right. Like that's a big plus,
Yeah.
especially if you work at a nice restaurant. Now you're talking to nice
Yeah.
clientele. But
People with money.
yeah, it's hard to be like, hey, like, how you guys doing? Oh, what do you guys do? Like, what do you guys do for money? For
How much
me,
money
it
you
was
make?
kind of difficult to bring that topic up because I guess it's a little personal, asking
Yeah.
people what they do.
Yeah.
But I always just try to, bring good energy, and if they're willing to share,
Yeah.
that's when I like start diving deep into
Yeah.
their mind.
Trying to get a job offer or
Yeah.
something. Are you still in the restaurant business?
I am.
No.
After the locksmith, I was like, fuck, like I gotta go back. Like I got bills to pay. Let me go back and make some money.
I do want to like bring up, like, you're 21, you said, right?
Yeah.
It seems like you're like very motivated for your age, and you want to
Really?
experience a lot of stuff, and you're very open-minded to do a lot of stuff as well. What kind of made you do that? Like, I think when I first wanted to be like very successful, and it had to stem a lot from like depression and stuff. But I just want to see what made you want to do more, I guess.
I mean, I feel like this is like a lot of people. When you're in a situation that you don't really like, you have like two options. You can kind of give in, accept what's in front of you, and kind of be, I would guess, say helpless. Or you could be like, man, like, I fucking hate my situation. What can I do to change it?
Are we allowed to go a little more deeper in that?
For sure.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a little bit more personal. Growing up, didn't have a lot of money. I feel like everybody says this.
We
but
feel that.
yeah, man. I actually grew up in Duluth. I don't know if you guys know that, but this is kind of basically my home. And I think I was like 7, 8. Parents divorced. They were both kind of like illegals. I don't know if I'm getting too deep, but they were both illegal, so kind of impossible to find a job legally. So everything had to be like under the table, cash, whatever.
Yeah.
So after my dad left, my mom is stuck with 2 kids, this house, and if he stayed in America, maybe it would have been okay, child support, whatever, but he dipped out to Korea, and Americans not really trying to go catch him to send us money.
So you don't really have a relationship with your dad no more?
Yeah, man, it's interesting to say that. I'm actually about to go to Korea, and he hit me up and was like, yo, I heard you coming to Korea.
Interesting.
And in my mind, I wasn't really planning on seeing him, but I like to see things as a sign, and I would hate for me to pass away or him pass away without having some like resolution. Asking all the things that I wanted to ask him.
Hey, respect, honestly.
Yeah. It was tough. Like, it's like me and my sister, my mom, like trying to make it. I never forget this story. Like, we recently got and we had to move out of the house because I think it was foreclosure. I didn't understand anything at the time, but we had to move out. Had no money. My uncle, he's like, yo, I got you. He's like, here's some down payment on the house. It's not enough. My mom this is what I love about my mom. She has so many friends and so many people that care about her. So one of her friends, close friends, was like, it's okay, I got you. Like, here's like maybe 5,000-10,000, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's get you a home. You have 2 kids.
Oh, she got some good friends. Like just
Yeah.
Yeah,
shitting
that's
out
fire.
cash like that.
And that really opened up my mind because like
On people, right?
exactly like. I feel like to me that's what life is ultimately about: building relationships, talking to new people, learning. Like your whole life story is like. All right, I'm getting too deep into it.
No, but there's no right answers though. Like there's more than one way to
There's
carve
no-
this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I like that, man. I appreciate
there's
it.
nothing too deep about it either.
But yeah, that's like the main drive, man. Not just for me, but for my mom, who gave up everything, came to America, doesn't speak English, just to give us an opportunity. If I can't pay it back, man, that would make me feel guilty, and I would definitely regret that.
No, that's fire, dude. You chose to, instead of giving up, like making a decision.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I don't know if you guys feel like this as well, but growing up, I mean, I'm pretty tall. I always stood out, even though I was shy.
I can't relate to that part. But, you can go ahead. Sorry.
But I always felt like I was like kind of destined for something. I do think anime played a part,
Anime?
'Cause I watch hella
Yeah.
Naruto, like
Okay.
fucking
Superhero.
You know, the guy, he got the demon inside him. No one wants to talk to him, but you know, he became the Hokage. So like, anime played a big part for me, like of the mindset of like, man, like you can do like whatever you want, even though it's corny. Like, as long as you put your mind to it, you can be great.
Yeah.
I always told myself that even though my actions maybe not aligned, I'm slowly kind of, I'll say, filling out that shell.
Yeah.
The ideal version of me. I'm slowly becoming him, day by day, year by year. Yeah.
Dude, that's what's
I
up.
respect that.
But yeah,
I love
to
it.
add on to that though, like where do you want to end up? Like definitely in a position to like take care of the people around you and stuff like that. But anything, you know, like
Like
more.
my dream, kind of.
Yeah. Like what, like kind of job or like, you know, like where do you see yourself being? You know what I'm saying? As this boss figure, you know, like, you know what I'm saying?
So my dream is definitely number one, to be the freest man possible, and
Okay.
there's some different aspects. Number one is the way you think.
You sound like Luffy, dog.
Slick,
Is
bro.
that why your name's Joy Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recently changed to that, but yeah, like number one is being able to think freely. Like, if you can't think for yourself, if you're always asking other people for their opinion and their opinion becomes your own, I feel like you're not free. Number two, I would say, kind of ties in with the health. No matter how much money you have, if you can't take a step, like
Health is wealth.
exactly, bro, it's
Facts.
meaningless. And then number three is the money.
Yeah.
You can't fucking do nothing without money. I don't
Yeah.
know. Everyone says like money doesn't buy happiness, but
Lie.
it will definitely help.
It definitely makes it
Definitely
easier.
help, yeah. So that's my dream, and what I want to do with all that freedom is travel, man. There's a whole nother world, like a state over, let alone across the fucking Atlantic
Yeah.
Ocean.
That's facts.
All
Yeah.
those different countries, all those different people, all the different culture.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so interested. I want to try the food. That's what really
Oh
gets me.
yeah.
Yeah?
I'm a big food person.
Okay,
I want to
okay.
try. Like, there's food out there I don't even know the name of, but I know it's gonna be amazing. And yeah, take my mom with me.
Yeah,
That'd
that's
be
fire.
tight, yeah.
So that's
Give
my
your mom,
dream.
So have you
Like,
traveled a
freedom.
lot yourself, or are these like just like a lot of like future plans like in the works?
I can't say I've traveled a lot. I've been to Honduras on a mission trip,
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
Okay.
Korea, Mexico, and in some states.
So what's the
but-
next destination you trying to go?
So like when my lease ends, ideally I just pack everything and just fucking go to Europe and
Backpack.
Well, backpack around Europe, yeah.
backpack, yeah.
That's fire.
Just like try to survive, and I think that's like the rawest, truest experience you can get.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of money, I think it's still nice. You know, you could go to nice restaurants and stuff, but like, it's like being in the world and like just experiencing it like head on. I think that's more my
Yeah.
style, I would say.
For sure.
No, because you've traveled a lot. I feel like.
Oh really?
Some,
been-
I dabble,
I
you know
feel
what I'm
like
saying?
you've been to a lot of places. Have you ever been backpacking though? No, right? Or would you?
Kind of like I don't know how I would describe backpacking. I guess like I've definitely
Had a
just,
backpack on.
Yeah, I had a backpack on, and
He was in an Uber, but he had a backpack on.
And I made my way through like Southeast Asia or like
Oh, wow.
like Europe and Africa and shit like
Yeah.
that. But yeah. So yeah, what was your question?
No, because when like I also want to travel the world really bad.
Yeah.
But I remember when we first became friends, there was like a connecting moment where I was like, "It's my dream to go to Switzerland," and you were like, "Bro, it's my dream to go to Switzerland," and I was like, "Wow, we're
wow.
besties."
Yeah.
All right, now get your hand out the toilet.
Wait, why Switzerland?
Just Switzerland in general, because I just think the views and everything, like the mountain ranges and everything. I've seen a lot of videos on it.
The nature looks insane,
Is
man.
Switzerland the Northern Lights, or is my geography off?
Oh, you can see the Northern Lights like.
You can see it from
North
multiple
Canada.
different
Yeah.
places.
From everywhere?
The closest would probably be like Michigan to Canada.
Michigan?
Yeah, you can.
You can see it in the States?
No, you can go to
Yeah.
Alaska. Definitely in Alaska.
in
you can see
Alaska
it.
too. You can,
Oh, I thought it was like okay, that's cool.
No, as
I
long as
didn't
you're
know
in like the
Michigan.
Arctic Circle
yeah, as
region.
long as you're up far north.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
as
what it
long
is.
I
as you're up
heard
north.
the
That's
Northern
cool.
Lights. There's like a very specific time period where you
Like
can
out of
only
the
see
year?
it, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can't just see it whenever.
Like only
but-
Mondays and Tuesdays and like not.
Yeah, I know you can see it
it.
like super clearly if you go to Vancouver and just drive a couple hours up
Dang.
of Vancouver, and you could.
No,
see
I hear
them pretty well.
Iceland is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like you can see all that shit. Because Iceland, like there's half of the year where like there's actual sunlight, and the other half is like super dark and shit. So that you can see the light super chill, like super clearly.
Isn't Alaska like that too?
I've never been. So I don't
Alaska,
know.
like during certain times, it doesn't get like it's at 10:30, but it looks like it's like 10:30 a.m. instead of p.m.
Yeah.
I mean, Norway is the same
Because
way
you're so
too.
like far up, like the sun
It's like the
works
rotation of
different.
the
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I gotta ask you, man. So you've traveled a lot, and I feel like one fear of mine is like me traveling a lot and then being like, oh, this shit's like it's not fun no more.
Nah, it's always fun.
It's
Like
always
the
fun.
the bug's still here, bro.
Okay, so what's next for you? Like,
Well, I'm trying to hit the 7 continents. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How many
like
continents have you
Antarctic?
hit?
yeah, I'm trying to hit that too.
Georgia, Tennessee, Florida,
The tri-state area.
the DMV.
So I think the only 2 I have left is South America and Antarctica. No, and Australia. I got 3 left.
Australia's
Yeah.
a
No,
fat
yeah,
flight.
yeah,
Fat
4
flight.
out of the 7?
yeah.
like 24
yeah,
hours.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to hit,
cool.
and then from there I want to like double down and then hit every single country after that. So that's
fire.
yeah.
I downloaded this app. It like you can like track all the countries and cities you've been to.
Okay.
Oh.
It'd be cool to like fill that shit up.
Yeah.
No, it'd be tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for my birthday, my little sister gave me like a little map, and it's like that's similar to that. Yeah.
Or you like put the little pin.
Like a thumbtack. Yeah, I was there.
It's alright. Tennessee.
Nashville. Yeah.
What about you guys? What's y'all's dream?
Honestly, nowadays this one is just start a family.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You ready to be a dad?
No, not
I thought
really
we were
at all.
family, dude.
That's a. Relax. Vin Diesel. I don't know. I'm just trying to like kind of figure my life out as well.
Okay.
Get something more consistent going on, and after that maybe travel, experience new things. But I think one of my dreams is just experience and enjoy life with the people I love. Yeah, I think I'm like already in this present, but I think as we get older and we can experience more things, that's more enjoyable as well, and we can actually do things that it's not in Swanee Duluth.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. I've been here too long.
Yeah, and it's just having that and being able to do whatever we want because we feel like doing it. I think it's very rewarding.
Ooh, that reminds me of a quote. It's like, I forget how it goes exactly, but like, it's like, let your actions be limited by your imagination. And that kind of reminded me of it, because like, whatever you think of, you can do.
That's bars.
It was actually me on Reddit.
Oh, you sent him that quote for him to talk
yeah.
about it here today.
It was when he was like super drunk and he's like, I'm a god. Your actions are limited to it.
I was setting it up for the podcast. You're welcome.
Dude.
That's awesome. Okay, well, that being said, let's kind of wrap it up with like one last question.
All right.
Yeah, so what genuinely makes you happy? Like, what is happiness to you?
Ooh,
How do you personally define happiness?
what do I define as happiness?
Yeah.
Feeling good.
The Holy Trinity.
Man, I feel like a lot of people chase happiness, but it's an emotion, and I would like to think humans don't have that good of control over the emotions. Maybe how we react, but not the emotion we feel. Right? It's hard to stop feeling sad, stop feeling happy. Let alone just, you know what? I'm gonna just be happy today. You know, I do believe that mindset will help, but I don't know. I stopped trying to chase happiness. I think I'm quoting someone else, but I started trying to chase like joy. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's like a state of being like
Being happy for an extended period
even though
of time.
today's a bad day, I'm joyful because I still got to eat. I still got to work out. You know, today's maybe not that bad. So I guess I don't know if that answers your question, but
Oh, so that's
That was a
another
good
quote of his,
answer.
actually, surprisingly. It's crazy that you bring that up.
I'd be doing that.
but I would say a superficial answer is like, or not superficial, but I genuinely do like love exercising. That makes me really happy. A good ass meal, like even though it's simple, like tacos, my favorite food, fucking puts a smile on my face. And having good conversations with people.
Yeah.
When I'm able to, because it's hard to do this, like we're in a podcast setting, so it's easier to open up. But on your day-to-day life, it's hard to like, man, so how does that make you feel? Like,
Yeah.
what's your dream? Like people usually don't want to have those deep talks with a stranger.
You gotta whip that camera out everywhere, dog. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man. Yeah, honestly, yeah, thank you guys for having me on this podcast.
That was
Like, I
dope.
genuinely enjoy conversations like these.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a pleasure. a little bit different from what I do, which I actually enjoy a lot. That's the main reason why I wanted to be on here
Yeah.
in the first place. Switch it up a little bit, just like a little bit more freeing instead of like a very interviewy. So yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's been a
Appreciate it,
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Is there anything you want to plug or a message out to the folks?
Definitely
Your
the
Instagram,
podcast,
social media,
yeah.
anything?
Any
just-
like future projects with like the podcast or anything like that, or like whatever, whatnot?
Just my Instagram. If you follow my Instagram, you can like find everything else. My podcast, talk to me directly. So it's at Joyboy, JOYBOY.LEE. And that's my Instagram tag.
Oh yeah.
Really.
Okay,
and then your
cool.
link to your podcast is on your Instagram too, right?
No red
So,
answers. You'll
okay,
find
good.
it in the bio.
Nice. And with that, we're the Levity Podcast, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Like,
Bye.
subscribe, comment below. Appreciate you guys.